There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
Greetings, young and old. This is a multiplayer wipe. Yeah, I was so baffled by all this. I'm running the mic without my filter on today, so hopefully the voice is still clear. I'm hopefully not going to move it out like this and then back in like this. And that car I just disassembled there ends up being Nudge's car. Oops. I found he found some wheels. Finds 3 wheels, and then I said, "Hey, listen, I think I found a Lackia that's down by the farm here, because he's not too far away. We can in the next episode just drive past his base, because it's under construction currently." But I helped him out with the car, because he helped me out with my car, right? So I helped him out with his car as a repay. But then, of course, Nudge has to go and give me an ATV for a Christmas present too. So now I've got an ATV back at the base. But that's all in the future, not right now. This is actually 0.01 wipe. Wow, we are back to... I actually have got a screenshot. I didn't start recording them because obviously I was in full oranges again. Just after I built a base here too, you know. I didn't know that it was good. A lot of people were saying this patch and whatever will come out closer to the end of the year and blah 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 blah. They're not really ready yet. And I didn't understand why they had to wipe it just for colours, but obviously they do. I mean, because they've changed all the building materials, right? I mean, obviously, like the basic building blocks that you build with. So obviously they have to sort of all the models have to be reworked, and obviously the old ones have to be destroyed and rewiped. So therefore, obviously the software update, which was a fairly sort of large one. Oh, here's a couple of locals, and I tell you what, the zombies, good. They're back quality wise, but it's funny. In some places there's massive amounts, and other places it just seems to be empty. I'm not sure still why, and they have said that they still haven't actually worked out the horde system yet. And I don't know why I fired that arrow over there. Maybe it's just because I've got too many now compared with having only 2 or 3 at the start. And I wished I had just one more. I would have been able to shoot that guy, as again him getting a cheeky hit on me. But it's okay. It was a bit laggy too. As he ran, I thought I stabbed him perfectly, but he just somehow missed that spike. I don't know how he missed it, but it must have been like 1 millimeter away. Anyway, there wasn't much to do there, so sometime later, now we're going back to the quarry area, I believe. Need some car stuff. We've really got not much at all. So that's always usually my first stop with a car, is come to here. And come here probably 3 or 4 days solid, actually, to build up. And by the time you've looted these 2 garages, you've got enough car stuff. You don't need to worry about your car anymore. And that's the trick. Just come to this garage, loot all you want. Okay? I've showed you the back way to get down, back way from up there. You go basically just stop up the top of the hill and just climb down the thing, jump onto the roof, straight into the doors, and then bang straight back up the hill, and not a zombie usually is even stirred. So you can gain access to this place without even raising a stir at all. And although I don't think it's very kind to me on this first thing, I remember it wasn't kind at all. I didn't find a toolkit, I don't think. I ended up having to buy one. Oh, they do get one. Maybe this is the second. No, this is not the second loot, right? No. I think I did, yeah, I did get one, enough to fix the car, that's right. So I staved it from... Oh, 2. Oh no, so this is the second time. Yeah, I came here the first time and I was messaging Nudge. And I told him that actually got nothing at all here. But this is the second time. I actually cashed in on this one. I think I get about 5. I think there's 3 in the next one. So that's what I'm saying, is how the variable, one day you can come here and not find a single car repair kit, but then you can come here and can't have enough backspace to pick them up, have to come back 2 or 3 times to grab them sometimes. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. But yeah, a little bit more on the wipe and a little bit more. I actually, if you did notice, I'd put out a release on the which they released. Showing the ATV and all the colour things, the upgrades to the building arrays, all the different new pieces, windows that can be vaulted through, and sort of bar style window glazed. I'm not sure how well they see. See, there's a lot of toolkits here. There was a lot of car stuff here this second time. I don't know whether Nudge upgraded the loot between the start, which I got on first. Actually, I got on his server first because I didn't even realise that they'd done this. I thought it was just an upgrade. I didn't think we had to build our goddamn base again because they did a server wipe. So, and that's the same. Listen, and that is the same on the single player game as well. You have to start again, and that's just unfortunate. But that's just the way it goes. Unfortunately, that's the beauty with Scum is. And I was saying that to Nudge. I said this is the best part, starting from scratch. Getting nothing and then building it up. Once you've built it up, it's a matter of only thing really left to do is PvP. There is probably, I think, some sort of end to the game, unless you're a real kleptomaniac and want to just keep building boxes and boxes of stuff that you loot and find. So I do think that there's a point where you're comfy, especially if the zombie level's not so crazy that you're always dying and always always in a fit, living from minute to minute. But you're never living minute to minute when you've got a base and you're well set up. So you'll never see me living minute to minute. I'll just avoid all the... And this is great. Look, I've got 2 of these. You'll see me sort of skirt around the outsides, picking up all the scraps until I got a gun to come in and kill you. You know what I mean? Essentially, it's good to know that there's another car of mine there, because currently my bumper's gone, and I'm not sure if I took that one, or maybe that's the one I did take for spares, because I did go and raid a car for my spares, and I think it was that one. So yeah, but listen, I do need base building materials though, you know. So and I'm just going to squash this guy up against the wall here. She's a bit of a powder puff anyway, so it doesn't take... Oh, got another one. And you know, sometimes you just sit on top of them, so it prevents them from getting up, and just move back and forward a little bit, and they just die. So you don't really have to... That's the beauty with the car, is you know, you can lift your spawn rate up to the max, but there's ways around it. And I'm not going to just get out my car and shoot them when I've got a car. I mean, why the hell would you bother? I mean, I'm not stupid. I mean, if you saw a zombie in the street and you had like a Ford Mustang, would you get out and then go punch him? No, you'd run him over, right? And that's what you do. You would just do it, you know, just use the car, use what you got, anything. I mean, would you use a knife when you've got a full, you know, 75 clip barrel mag AKM? No, you wouldn't use a knife. You'd use your gun, and you'd use it a lot, especially around the drops recently. Also, though, there was where was it? It was there's just some places that are just so funky. They just keep coming out and keep coming out, and we will no doubt see them. There was one farm that's coming up. It's the one near the castle at the on the big B2 road, the road to B2. There's a big farm. A lot of people in multiplayer used to like to utilize that farm and make a base out of it, because it had a lot of vegetables and three things to loot every time. You could get a hell of a lot of like you know, randomized materials from a shed, and there's a few 3 or 4 things, and a workshop style thing, and a sort of like a hay bale room, and the open one that, you know, you've seen it a million times. But on that base, next to that house, was 3 rooms that you could loot, plus there was a plethora of vegetables, and more importantly, across the road, there's like a fruit orchard, which got about 10 or 12 trees, cherries, pears, apples, that sort of thing. And so it makes it a no-brainer for food. And, you know, if you can tick a few things off the boxes when you're making a base, it's great. You know, if you're like for instance, build beside a river, don't need a well, do you? You know, there's a few things you can do to make your life easier. If you could build by a river that's got fruit trees too, there you go. You know, find that spot for you that saves you doing too much. For me, I like mushrooms, the mushroom part, because I've lived around that B2 area near the that little military camp for so long. I know pretty much where every mushroom in the ground is. So when I go out and loot that base, which is pretty much a daily event for me, when of course you build a base right beside that military camp, and I got attacked by a zombie there yesterday for the first time. But generally, for some reason, there's no real zombies around that area. But yeah, I was quite surprised that that we had a wipe. But and also, I played for 8 hours to get. I tried not to do too much other than spawning the car, which is obviously what I had before I lost the wipe. And I was in the middle of nowhere, so if I didn't spawn the car in, I would have probably just started the character again, because I was in my oranges, in nowhere near where I thought my base was. And I thought, have I still got my base? I don't even know. But yes, I spawned in the car because of the wipe. but that is where the cheating stops. But and the looting starts. But it's good. It's good to have that car because I think you've seen enough of me keep getting cars. It's just to the point where I can't do any more like that. We need to just move on quickly and start more ambitious things like building a colour house for the first time, right? So that's the reason why I always wanted to get a leg on. But I know that Nudge is doing everything by the book, more or less, anyway. And my fame points are the same as they were before. So you actually lose your fame points, but we decided to keep our fame points as a tally because we've been here for so long. I've been on this server almost a year, I think now. I think Nudge had it maybe January, maybe at the earliest. But I think might have been last year, but I can't really remember. But it's been a long time. I think we've made 3 or 4 bases here, and my character, although I keep restarting it, the stats are pretty much like I've noticed my driving skill. I get in a car and I'm not like 0 to 100. I'm like doing 170 and falling through the map because I'm going so goddamn quick, which is actually a curse, you know that? To go that quick in the car on a dodgy server, to go that quick on a dodgy like not dodgy server, but when you got a lowish, a high ping, right, high number. It's not good to go too fast. It's best to stay actually walking because you can fall through the map. That's the problem with this game and some of the bugs in it. It'd be nice. It wouldn't matter so much if it just like the game timed out and then you came back and you were where you were before when it timed out. But you actually fall through the map and lose your car. It for some reason pushes you back to the surface, but your car stays there. But when you come back, you're sort of on an angle like you're drunk, like you're on sort of like a 45-degree hill. You look at the world on 45 degrees, so you've got to get in and out to actually reset your screen too. So there's a major bug that hasn't been addressed really. And that's still happening, it's still happening up until last week for me. So, and that's been a long-term bug, is falling through the map essentially, through the grid work of the map by obviously either the lack of internet, maybe your internet hangs or whatever, right? But you go forward into a part of the map that it hasn't registered at, and then it does a speed jump, but you just fall through the map. You fall through the map. You fall into the mountain, whatever, right? It's sort of like not being able to look at your GPS tracker, but see the motion and then go, oh, midway I was actually going through the mountain, and that's where it stops. You're in the mountain, so sort of sounds a bit like the Skinwalker Ranch. But anyway, we're now going to the trader for the first time because I've still got gold, so therefore I can still buy stuff, and that helps me a lot, especially with food and fixing up clothes early. You know how much I've got to bug up my ass for cotton reels, but the thing is, right, I prefer everything 100% or just get rid of it. I don't like to leave stuff in my cupboard that's like 49% and hovering on whether it's worth even keeping in the cupboard or not. So I either fix it up to 100% or I throw the thing or make bandages out of them. Another good way of making reasonable bandages is to heal the zombie clothes or to repair the zombie clothes. They become sort of dirty rags, but then you can wash them with the soap that you can get in the police station washrooms. And usually you usually can get a soap most times in most police washrooms. So that's a way of getting good, free, clean rags by just grabbing a bar of soap, killing a couple of zombies, healing their clothes up to 50%, cutting them up, and then washing them, and then you can make all the bandages you want without really. But having said that, just find some 100% clothes that you don't want instead of just leaving it. Cut them up. That's probably is the easiest way, but I'm talking about in certain circumstances where you low loot, where there's not much stuff, and I mean, you remember my low loot first episodes. I was with that terrible orange hoodie like I've got now for a long, long time. And that's a problem, when you've got not enough clothes, but you're getting hit a lot by the zombies, and you can't even make bandages. That's happened to me a lot in the past when on servers where you can't avoid the damage. You haven't got the gear or the guns or the bows but now everybody goes with the bow. Everybody uses the bow. It's sort of like, I think it's a problem. I really think that is a problem. The bows, it becomes a Robin Hood game. You know what I mean? I mean that's what everybody does. Everybody, including me. I'm exactly the same. And look at me right now. Look in my slot 1, right? I've got a 35-pound bow, and something to keep the zombies away, right? But I'm not really sure. I think in game I actually went to the door, but I actually just noticed that I'm just standing around the car doing nothing, and I didn't edit it out. So please bear with me or forward this part, because it's obviously a little bit boring, even for me, right? But I'm in a hotel room in Pattaya trying to do this, trying to get it out. I wanted to get it out a few days ago. I wanted to get it out the day it dropped, but I played all day to get the I had to, and I wanted to do it right. I didn't want to cheat and like Feudal did and spawn everything in just to show you. I wanted to do it the right way, grab everything I could. And I think I buy 4 or 5 different colours of paint, because that's all I can afford. But it predominantly becomes a white theme with red. And I think I got the police blue. I was thinking of painting the car the police blue. I don't know. I just love that. Would like to get the siren back, but that's probably not going to happen, right? But yeah, there's. This game is really crazy, and I tell you what, I have a lot of cutscenes because the footage was actually 8 hours of me looting, and as you can see, the car's heavily damaged now. I've still got all those toolboxes, so I can fix the car at any time. I'm just living life on the edge, hoping that I don't destroy my car, but that's why I'm driving slow. Up there on the hill is where. Oh no, I'm at the military tent right now because I've already finished the trader. Okay, I obviously cashed in a little bit, and oh no, I didn't go to the trader yet. Sorry, I've been here because with this loot, I am going to the trader. Excuse my craziness, because it's been. I actually drove 600 kilometers yesterday, so I don't need to tell you a story about that. And I was going around a truck, and then I got in front of the truck after I passed it, right? And then there was a car coming straight at me. Oh boy. So I pulled over in the lane, and he almost hit the truck. He went back into his lane, and he was on the wrong side of the lane. And I was pretty shaken up, I gotta say. Wow, that's the closest thing that I've seen to some sort of psycho-style stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, and Nudge will. Nudge actually makes the zombies crazy now. He's really done. He's lifted the settings fairly well, and I think at the police station you'll see. I think there's about 15 or 16 that come out. Because I'm going to the police station now. I think after this, and this is where the action starts. But I still really I can't get out of the car because I haven't really got a weapon. And yeah, well, that is the start of the weapon. The barrel mag is the start of the weapon, right? Because I do find an AKM back at the and I don't know if I got it on footage. I hope I do, because I actually got a lot of stuff on footage that I didn't think I had. So but yeah, I found a AKM 31%, and I thought, my god, I can't even fix it, right, to find out if it's going to be a 50 or more. I wanted it to because I didn't even have a weapon cleaning kit. But then I found a weapon cleaning kit in a drop, and it went to 100. And not only did I find a weapon cleaning kit in the drop, I found 3 AKM magazines, 3 boxes of 7.62, and all the accessories. So it was great. It was. I found an AKM at the military camp, and then I found its accessories at the in the drop. So again, thank you, Scum Lords, for giving me my gun back. Although I think I had an RPK before, but same sort of thing, you know. It's in the in the AK category, and they're all fired a 7.62 round, which is a fairly heavy set round. And yeah, I won't bother you with the trader because I have to go get a gold card too, I think. But before I left, obviously, just as another little tip, always take the scrap. And it's not just the fact of taking the scrap. You'll find crazy stuff in here. Like, I'll find a bow. Watch this. Because I've got the 30-pound crappy pink bow right at the moment. And like I wasn't going to look in here. I was just thinking, but no, I'll do the scrap. I need the scrap right now. I do really need it because I need to make a lot of nails, and I haven't found too many nail boxes or bolt boxes. And I know that I'm going to run short of nails, right? So I thought this is my backup because every single bit of scrap can turn into either a nail or a bolt, right? So. And yes, like I said, bingo, there you go. There's my bow, right? And that's very similar to like the way the AKM looked too. But it pays for you to look in these places. Don't, every time you go to the trader, run away. And this is part 2 of the trader. Out the back here, in this abandoned airfield, at the B4 trader, I think it is, there's another bunch of scrap, so grab it all. Yes, it's easy scrap and easy stuff. And I'll tell you what, you get a lot of car parts, you get the odd toolbox, you get lots of bolts and some nails, you know. You get sensors, bobby pins, you get all sorts of stuff, even some old bullets occasionally. Mainly those sensors though, as you can see, and mainly the scrap. But I mean, look at that. That's the same as 6 nails. You've got a cupboard there, just in that one pile. You know what I mean? Or you've got like a real storage cupboard that takes 5 or 6 bolts to make. You could just go up to the house on the hill, which is up that way, right up there, to the right, in the top right corner of the screen at the moment. You go up that way, go up to the hill, and there's a big house, I think called Squad A or Bunker A, it used to be called, and B Bunker is the other little military camp that we just went to and hit before. So, but the house on the hill, I think, is like A camp or like headquarters or something. And I don't know why they called it that, but I remember it always as that. But there's so much scrap. I end up getting about 2.5 backpacks full of stuff, including about 7 or 8 bolts and 7 or 8 nails. So it's enough to make toolboxes and enough to pretty much to make anything. And this is the house on the hill right here. I drive up in here, over there, and then I just reverse in to the back of the drill press, and we can make whatever the hell we want for free, right? I can turn bolts into, and I'm going to chop a tree down over there. It's got about 7 or 8 logs. So you can get enough timber from just cutting one of these trees down. The trees here are amazing. They far better log ratio than 4 or 5. And as you can see, I've already cut like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I know that there's 2 other timbers. I mean, there's just the amount of timbers here. You can just cut everything up, craft nails and bolts. You can do your one-stop shop after you've gone from the trader, and you've got your lead, right? You've just purchased lead. You've got an absolute crapload of scrap, and I start making toolboxes, as you can see in my column, right? And then we go bang, making bullets for the AKM, right? From just that scrap, I bought two little round gunpowders for 330. And then I can make all the toolboxes I want. I've got all the scrap I want. I've got gunpowder, and then all you need is gunpowder and lead. Okay, buy 10 lead, 3,000. Buy 2 gunpowder, 600. and then you could make, well, as many bullets as you really want for your gun. Enough anyway. Enough for a sortie, enough for a mission, enough to go to a bunker. And it's all pretty much free. It's all sitting there. And look how much I'm creating. Look how much I've created. And as you can see, I even found an old oil filter, which I turned into a silencer, in the scrapyard, in the cars in the scrapyard. You quite often find those old oil filters that you can turn into, thankfully now 100% improvised silencer. And you can, even if it's like 79%, which that one is or was, you've got the toolboxes there to fix it up to 100%, and that silencer can go on my AKM, right? And you've pretty much got bullets for the AKM. I found the barrel mag. I find the AKM, and I think I do buy the silencer, which is about 1,600 or 2,200 in Nudge's server, which is a bit more dearer than normal, but I think I bought it, so because he's put the price up of everything to make it as hard as he can. So, and kudos to him anyway. It's good that it's slightly just makes everything just that little bit tougher, and it makes everything that just that little bit sweeter when you achieve it too. But look at the amount of bullets I've made. I've made enough almost for a barrel mag. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 60 there, plus I actually found some at the police station. I think I found 18 rounds at the police station. I think with the 60, it's I end up with 78, which is enough to fill the barrel mag, which is all I need. So, but you know me, I'm always gonna. If I'm close, parked, it's quiet, I can't hear anything. This place, maybe there's one zombie up in a bedroom somewhere, but other than that, if you don't go through it and loot it, you're just leaving stuff behind. So, you're definitely leaving a bedroll behind, and that's another good thing for being out and resting quickly, or just selling it. Fix it up to 100% with the amount of cotton reels I got. Now I've got 100% bedroll, and that thing sell good money at the trader. Put it in the car and get the flock out of here. And this no one ever stops at this one here. I quite often stop for scrap. And just because you see there's no zombies around, right? So, let's just grab a few more bolts, grab a few more things for the base, essentially. And and now we depart down towards the police station, right? I think this is the police station coming up now. I had it reversed around, but watch this. This is Zombie City. And it actually shocked me. Look, there's a Volkswagen there too. It actually shocked me the amount that's what I'm saying. Zombies are back, baby. They're back, and they just come from here too. They come from all in here too. They run down from the hill, and they come from the thing. They come from the town. Oh my God, they're just everywhere. And I get rid of these 2 or 3 characters, right, and they just disappear. Because I try and count the zombies count on the floor, and these 2 are already gone. So it's 2. I'm going to count it. There's number 3. I'm going to do because I'm number 4, number 5, I think. There's 3 now, right? There's 4. This is 4. But I tell you, it's hard to start counting. It really is. Soon, like these 4 I kill, right? These 4 I kill now, right? But they disappear, and then I count. I think 15, right? Well, there's another one. Is that another one? I can't remember. Yeah, here comes Mr. Orange. And then look at the 3 coming from the forest, right? Another one here. So we're up to about 8, right? And I can see some more here. See, there's more. That is 1, 2. Yeah. There's too many. There is way too many now. I mean, they're just. Crazy amounts. I just let him hump the car for a while. And I can see one up there. See, there's 2 up there. See 2 in the distance. That's why I'm counting those 2 up there. There's one on the road on the right and one near the car. And like I said, we want to be on foot, Or make noise or on foot, either one. Because if you, as you can see, look how many there is here. This is, they just keep coming. But it's great, right? It's scary stuff. Scary stuff. And there's more down the road. There's more in the bush too. They're everywhere. It's a bit of a duck shoot though, but that's the good part about having a car, and about the stupid point about never going out. Yes, with a bow, you would just, you'd have to sneak up slowly. I mean, you could do it with a bow, okay, you could, but you'd have to use stealth, and you'd have to take too goddamn long, And really, it's best to try and dispense of these monkeys as quick as possible, because, in the drop, you haven't got long. If you let's just take them all out with a bow, you're not going to be able to have enough time to loot the goddamn thing, so don't waste your time, Hello, someone. But it don't help when you put your server down to, what was it, 120 seconds, something, like freaking 2 minutes, and you've got to kill like about 50 zombies, and then just to see the thing blow up, probably just as you're about to get out of your car, actually, because it takes like 2 or 3 minutes, even if you're rounding them up with the car. Yeah, I've only got four uses of a screwdriver, so, but I do forget that there's some sort of error now, that mind you, this is Nudge's server, not mine. I haven't opened these locks up for a long time, so yeah, the server wiped for the first time. But you'll find the next time I come back here, they'll be open. Because I've already conquered that lock, right? I think that's what the game's saying now, is that, yeah, I did find a blue backpack here, but I get the wrong one. I think the blue, I find the big backpack, but I found it at the military camp. That's why you love that military camp. Them backpacks, they just keep popping up. It really is. Especially early, you're silly if you don't build a base near there, because you find so much gear and you just amalgamate, right? And you can do it the legit way, because that's just the way the thing is. It's just smart reconnaissance of the areas. You could go somewhere right next to the airfield. I've seen people build bases on the actual down the far end of the runway, so they can just continually loot the airstrip, and it is a good practice. But obviously at the same time, putting a base there, you become a target too, especially if it's a PvP style thing. It won't be long before someone wants to see what you got inside. I wouldn't recommend it, obviously, PvP, but to do it on single player, it wouldn't be such a bad idea. Is to build right down the end of the runway strip where the mechs don't go, and just be close and just keep looting military gear from the outside in until you get enough, and you could pretty much keep looting until you've got enough. You really could. But that is obviously, there is risk and reward with that, because obviously you've got mechs involved. Whereas me, I've got a lot of different little things that are around me, including my strawberries, including my mushrooms, including a World War II bunker that's a short run. I've got 2 or 3 hunting stands that are close to my base, that you can get a good mixture of things like carbon hunters and hunter style scopes and stuff like that. There's lots of stuff there if you know what you're doing. Plus there's some good farms that have got not only food, they've got a lot of building materials and stuff to build your base and to keep yourself and the best part with the farms too is the seeds and the stuff. You can get your garden growing, and then you can pretty much, there was nothing in this room. It was absolute, just 2 packs of bullets. It wasn't worth dealing with 15 zombies, right? And wasting all my bullets. And that's the trade-off, right? I only had four screwdrivers, so no point to do the rest of the police station. I can go do the boxes, but nah, I'm not gonna. There's no real point. If I can't get the real glory boxes open, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna move on to something else, move on to other places to loot, and plus I want to trying to get back to my location, and I've got some good gear now. I mean, other than my shoes, which I keep for a long time, I've got a lot of gear that I found myself, and I even find military equipment later, which I don't usually find for a long time. So I'm pretty much kitted out, from the military camps and grabbing a little bit of traders. Bear in mind, I didn't have much money there. It was 19 grand was the max gold I've got. So, but it was mainly the cotton reels and some lead. That's what I wanted. And I can't remember. It was enough to make 60 bullets. So I don't know how much lead that was. Maybe it was either 3 or 4 sheets. I can't remember. But enough to fill my initial gun up, which I still haven't obviously made yet. I have made it. It's on my back, right? There he is. And I've got him now already. So, and that was at a military tent. And also, I would have done I didn't do a lot of stuff on online with Nudge's server, like I've done a lot of looting offline, and especially my single player I did as well. I basically had to, because of obviously the wipe, and we were like episode 8, episode 9, right? I'm not even put out those last few episodes because it's been wiped. I've had to restart the game. So and I did that already. I did it after I did this. So I've actually got my base is back. It's slightly modified. But it's back. It's back in its full glory. So I think that though is close to it for today, for part 1 anyway. There's not much more, but I have to split this up into 2 because I don't want to go over an hour. It'll be 2 hours if I have to. So please like and subscribe. And I'll take you out to some music because I need to do episode 2, which is really where the colour stuff starts. So, love ya, boy!